Hello, traders. John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at NVDA, AMD, Tesla, and MU. We file the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up. They're free. Or click down here in the bottom right-hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. These guys are the best in the business. Been using cobratrading.com for a while. Venom Trading, another great platform. Check them out, especially if you're looking for a new broker, guys. Best in the business. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's go into NVIDIA, NVDA. We did have, what do we have? 11 million on the day, down 52 cents. No great shakes, or 0.21% in the red. Looking at the daily chart, we're still above the 20, the 50, and the 200 moving average, and we're holding the support from a big trend line. If you go back, it goes way, way back. Look at that. That's just wow. Almost breaks out, comes back. Almost breaks out, comes back. Double top, little inside bar. This is a bearish pattern. I know we're above the MAs. Everything looks good, but overall, if you look at a shorter time frame, this is bearish. Until we get above the all-time highs, this thing's not going anywhere. If we do get above the all-time high and continue to roll, 255, 260, 265, etc. The only thing I'm looking at here is the monthly chart. Monthly chart still extended. 138 is the price target. If it does fall, this thing keeps curling up, that's your price target, and then eventually the 50 MA will be the price target. So it is NVIDIA stock of the year. So we'll see how this one goes. If the markets pull back, this will pull back, period. So watch this pattern. Let's see if we could get above the all-time high. If not, then I'd expect this thing to start coming in, and we'll go from there. Retrace levels. I'm going to stick a retrace from that pivot to this pivot up in here. You got more support in those areas as well. The bigger one's going to be around the 222. And then, of course, this double bottom here, as well as this trend line. I'm going to pull it across now. And here we are. We're in this channel still. This was the other trend line, too. This is the channel that's been stuck in. Gets above. Let's see if we can stay above these lines. So that's another. There's great support coming in, guys. If this thing just blasts through this, then we're in trouble, and we'll definitely be going to at least the 185 on NVIDIA. Higher prices, again, got to break through the all-time high. This is the 251.97 and continue higher. This is a bearish pattern. We'll see if it plays out. Let's go into AMD. AMD, guys, same things. Gets up into this. We filled the gap, right back down, right back up. Let's stick these in there. Let's go back. That was some big, this was a big area here. Did try to get above it. I think this was earnings, and then gap down, came right back in. And then this was another play here. So we still have the same areas. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull the fib from this area. I'm going to bring it down to the last high pivot, which is here. So 750 retrace, going back, still above the 50 to 20 day moving average. Where's the 200? 200's right in there too. Wow, everything. So it got it back above the MAs. Bullish, guys. That's a bullish sign. But as soon as we got into these trend lines, look what happened. Came right in, pulled back. Why did it do that? Look at these red bars, these selling bars, guys. This is where a lot of people got stuck in this trade, buying it long, pulled it back, coming back up to the $13 area. So if someone bought this thing around $13, $12.50, they're getting their money back. You know what? I'm taking my money. I'm done. NVIDIA's not going anywhere. But still above the MAs, still in a good stance. If it starts to slip and come back in, then you're looking at, it's just going to test this pivot, test this lower pivot around 1075, and then boom, you got a gap fill down here around 1029. Guys, bulls, speaking to you, you want this thing to go up, you got to get up above this area at 1384 and then fill this gap up here around 1424. If you can't do that and it keeps retracing, look what it's doing. Every time it retraces, what's going on here? Comes back, retraces, comes back, retraces a little lower, comes back, retraces a little lower. It's got to break this. It's got to get above 1442, and this thing could take off. It's just a great trading stock, guys. This was down sideways. See how it retraces? And then boom, straight down. bearish pattern straight down, retraces up, boom, does the same thing. I wouldn't doubt we come right back down. 972 will be good support, gap fill. Higher prices, you got to get above this gap fill and this high pivot here. Right at 1442. If it starts getting up into this area, 1550, the 1623 area, and I think I have something that's 1777. I'll be shorting again. That's the bottom line. But it's got to get it back above these trend line, especially this one and this one coming across here. So, and that's it, guys. AMD right now we're kind of in the middle of the range, 1550 to 972. So it's really to go long or short here. I don't know. I'll short up here. I'll go long down here. And if it does come down and markets break down, this will be going lower. Still some areas down here around 850. But mark my words, guys, markets dump. This one's going down. So just be careful. If you're long-term, I understand you're expecting a buyout or something like that. It could possibly go up. But short-term trading, this one's great if it reaches the high point and the low points. This would have been the area we should have bought long here, but missed it. Short, I would have, at least gap fill 1440 area. So that's AMD, guys. Watch the volume on this and watch the overall markets. Everything will be a market trade. If the markets start pulling back, these will start going down, period. All the ones I'm talking about today. I don't care what stock it is. Markets sell, these will all be dumping. All right, so Tesla, let's go back. We're taking the pivot from the Fibonacci from this high to that low. We're right into the 618. And these high pivots, guys. That's going to be big resistance on this chart. So once we got there, you knew, gosh, it better start pushing, or this thing, it's just gonna stall and then probably consolidate, and maybe the next move up. The market's pulled back, and guess what? Market trade, guys. Everything pulled back, and look at that. Look at this trend line too. So that's a trend line. Let's go back. Look at that. That's a big one from the down. Look at that, holding it, and now it's coming up. Look at that, into it. Boom, boom, boom. Still in this channel. Talked about this channel, guys, right at the top. So if you're long, take some money off the table. I mean, if you're not short Tesla, this is where you do it. If it consolidates, or you play call, or you're short calls, play to decay. This is where you do it, guys. Big resistance. You still have this at 364.94, but if the markets pull back, like I said, we're going down, and this is a nice reversal candle on the daily chart. Doesn't mean it's going to just go straight down, but let's see if it consolidates, setting up for the next higher price, or if this consolidation leads to selling, then we'll be going right back down, to at least the lower trend line where there's been channeling, and then we'll take it from there. But bullish stance above the MAs, get it. All the charts look the same on the SPY, everything straight up, a little bit of consolidation, and then boom, takes off. This one needed more, guys. This one needed 5, 6, 7 days of consolidation, and then probably the pop. When you only get a couple days, and you get the pop, and the market's going up, and then you get this. Once it starts hitting big resistance, boom, it's going to go right back down. Another great trading vehicle, which is Tesla, guys. Look at this thing, 100-point moves up and down. Gosh, you need 100 shares. That's all you need, 50 shares. This thing moves $100, it's $5,000. If it moves $50, it's $2,500. Just keep trading, guys. But wow, that's the big trend line. It's got to get above that. If it can't, it's going to probably come right back down. I love Tesla down here in the 240 area, guys. If the markets continue selling, then it's not a good buy. But if the markets catch a bid and everything sells and Tesla ends up down in here, that's a great area, as well as there's a couple other areas too. And even this low pivot right around 180. I know you Tesla bulls love me when I say that, but just be careful, like I always say, guys. Next thing you know, everything's falling and you're getting burned. So right now, I did short calls in this one. These are in the money a little tiny bit, and we'll see how this plays out in the next couple days. All right, guys, let's see. MU, we had a short trade. We covered it, and boom, we did it again today. So we started adding. I don't know. I don't have I think 48.50 or something like that, right in that price. I'm just looking at the charts right now, guys. So we started adding again. If you remember, you got that trade on the Twitter site, so I posted it today. And why not? We took it back here. We made good money. Going right back up into the area, you got to do it. If it gets above 50, 52, 53, we'll add a little bit more, cost average our price, and see if we could get a nice pullback on MU. Great run, guys. Hats off. Markets went up, and what did everything else do? Go up. Markets go down. This one will be moving down. Just like everything else. It's just the way it is, guys. Let's look at a monthly real quick on this one. Yeah, monthly stretch too. Jeez, yeah. This one will be coming down regardless. Just a matter of time. And when the markets dump, if they do, this one will be coming down even faster. Target price will be around 37. But if it does pull back, we'll be pulling this thing off right at the moving averages or right around the 43 area. Depending if the markets are dumping, we might hold on to it. But I think this is a great retrace back up at the double top. And the $50 area, you got to start getting interested in this one, especially with the gap fill. You have a gap fill and a double top up here. So even if it pops up into here, we'll throw a little bit more on there. We still have room. We won't have a 10% position, which is our total, which is our largest position. 10% position of your total portfolio. That's it, guys. If you have a $100,000 account, you go with 10 grand at the most. And on this one, you might start with 3, then you add another 3, you go another 3, and then you have a little bit left over to add a little bit more. And then, just looking at the bigger time frames, this one will eventually pull back. Now, here's a couple other things too. Look at that. So it goes up into here, creates a trend line, goes right into there, boom, right back down. And finally, this one breaks out. That was a nice breakout though. Even off this one here, if you want to see where it stalled out, hit there, stalled out, pulled back. You had the 618. Actually, let's pull this out a little bit more. So we got this low pivot. We'll pull out the fib. Yeah, 618, you got the trend line. Look at that. That's why you got that little bit of a pullback, and then once it gapped up and got above, that was it. Even gapped it above the 750. Even this resistance here, right at 46.81. Instead of dealing with it, they gapped it up and kept it going. So getting more people on board, that's what that tells me. You got gap fill here, keeps going. So it looks like this one will probably go to 50, but like I said, we started adding today. Don't be shy. Markets pull back. We get some major pullbacks like we just did. This thing will be back down to at least 40 bucks, if not lower. Higher prices, it's got to get through 50. If it gets through 50, then we'll wait for confirmation. Want to see more volume in this thing pushing through, and then we'll go from there. Again, we're short MU, and we're going to stick with it. All right, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want, go to my website. All these videos are on there too, and that's free as well. And that's it for tonight, guys. Keep an eye on the volume, on the SPY, and the overall indexes. And remember, if those things start moving down or up, that's the way a lot of these stocks are going, unless they have news or possibly earnings. So watch for that, watch for volume, and just keep your eyes open in these markets because you don't want to be caught in another flush job like they did a couple weeks ago. All right, guys, again, thanks for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.